Hey everyone, it's the day after the last Whatnot sale, so it was the toy sale yesterday. I was super tired and I wanted to watch some soccer, so I kind of just left everything in the room as it was after the sale. Yeah, this is the state that we were in. Yeah, so this is kind of how the sale room ended up after the sale. I really need to find a better way to kind of group people's orders together because we can't carry on like this for sure. I've got some trays and stuff, maybe we'll use those. Yesterday, super successful sale. I think we ran for maybe 3 hours. I think it was around 100 orders. I think $400 in revenue from the sale, which is pretty good considering a lot of the bits and pieces I've had hanging around for a while. So I'm finding it's really good just to move some of that stock. And then as we go forward, I can start looking at some of the better things I've got. So it was again a $2 show. We sold a whole bunch of stuff from kind of Marvel figures. This is one of the better pieces, Futurama carded. I was super nervous because I know what some of this stuff is worth. So I did start some bits and pieces a little bit more expensive. So someone picked up a great deal on this. We got Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles. We got some kind of troll stuff. We got Batman. We got kind of these Zelf vintage things. More turtles. The thing that sold the best was all of these tech decks. I was selling them in packs of 5 for $10. They had a lot of interest, so they did get bid up quite a bit. I think one of the ones went for about $30. There's some really cool decks in there. I think some of them were probably more collectible than others. Maybe people were comping them while I was putting them up. But yeah, that was really good to see those get out the door. As you can see, I've still got bits and pieces from the other shows that I've been running. So I've still got a lot of the games left from the gaming show that I did. This was another cool piece. This is a bargain. These are super sought after. It's pretty much complete with all the little mini figures and stuff in there. So someone got I think it was Joe T, got a great bargain on that one. Yeah, so still stuff left over from the other show. We've still got all of the PSP music videos. Right here I've got all the bits and pieces that are waiting to go out. So I do weekly bundling. So if you buy something during the week, you can turn on weekly bundling and make the most of the postage, and that'll get sent out on a Monday. So all these people are waiting for their bundles, which I'll do today. Postage is still probably the thing that I need to work on most in Whatnot. There's a lot of talk around the community around how the volumetrics and stuff isn't particularly working very well, especially if you're selling a whole bunch of different items and you haven't put those into your inventory specifically. I know I had a gentleman contact me today after he brought stuff, and he brought a bunch of stuff and it didn't look right with the postage. So what I normally do is, as I pack things up, I will adjust the sizes, so do the dimensions and the weights. And I have heard if people get in contact with Whatnot support, they might do something about that. I can't guarantee that, but that's what I'm hearing on the grapevine. Really hope, as Whatnot is now growing, I think that's one area they need to focus on is around the shipping. Really great if we could connect it to our AusPost business accounts. That way we've got more control as sellers to make sure the buyers aren't overpaying on postage. I think for me it's taken a little bit of learning because I'm selling volume now rather than individual pieces. The individual pieces are quite easy to do, but we're selling bulk like this, even down to the fact like I haven't got a lot of the bigger boxes, which I'm finding I need now to ship off stuff to customers. But it's all a learning curve, still really enjoying it. I think we had maybe 20 odd people in the stream yesterday, which is super cool. Did watch the Bearded Thrift Machine this morning selling off all of his fabric. There's like 600 people in his show. How crazy is that? 600 people in a show. Hopefully we'll get there in Australia. Hopefully we get there on my channel. We'll see. Next show is probably going to be Tuesday. I'm going to run a ratio variant comic lot. With probably some trade paperbacks thrown in. I'll show you some of those now so you get an idea of what's coming up. So in here I've got some of the trade paperbacks ready to rock. There's a bit of everything in here. We've got Superman, Batman, a whole bunch of kind of independent stuff. What else we got in here? Joker, Batman, Outfit, The Boys, American Vampire. Yeah, loads of Teen Titans. Loads of a bunch of Spawn stuff as well. So should be a good show. This won't be a $2 show for sure. Some of these get quite pricey, but we'll go from there. Over here I've got all the boxes full of all the variants and ratio editions. A little bit of everything in here. I've got My Little Pony and Superman, Batman, bunch of independent stuff as well, Sweet Paprika, Power Rangers, whole set of Power Rangers, Turtles as well in here. So these are all variants or ratio editions. Same with down here, loads of random kind of comics. This is from a liquidation of a store that I bought. So these are all brand new, never read. Spider-Man. I've also got a bunch of magazines. So some Fangoria in here, some Doctor Who. What else we got? And then a whole bunch of kind of like Star Wars magazines or comics that are magazine size. So a whole, real cool lot. Yeah, so that show will run on Tuesday night. Be sure to give us a follow on the Whatnots. Up here, if you click on the link, you'll get $15. If you're a new buyer, you'll get $15 credit when you sign up. Use it anywhere on the platform, doesn't need to be with me. It'll offset your postage if nothing else. And then where am I? This side, I'll put the seller's link. The seller's link, so Whatnot are doing $150 matched earnings in your first, if you do so many sales in your first week and meet so many other gates to walk through. Also, I know they're doing 30 days no fees. So no fees on anything you sell. The payer pays tax and postage. So pretty much whatever you're selling is all revenue for you and profit at the end of the day. So use those 2 links, jump on in, and that'd be cool. And hopefully we'll see you there. Yeah, give us a follow, bookmark the shows. Say Tuesday night, this Tuesday night coming up, we'll run the next show. A whole bunch of comics and stuff. Still got loads of weird and wonderful stuff. As you know, if you've been watching my channel, I'm an everything buyer and seller. So I'll be doing shows with like knickknacks, clothing. I really like to get into clothing, so I've been watching Sue a lot. I bought some vintage skatewear off him the other night. So easy come, easy go. It's really addictive. You can find, much like other platforms, you can find pretty much anything and Whatnot, and I think that community is going to continue to grow into different niches as well. So do get on there, do have a look around. It's a good friendly community. Yeah, hope to see you there and hope to see you in the show on Tuesday.